Hello and welcome to Nashville SC UK. I'm Gareth and today we're talking about MLS kits before the season starts, and it's probably one of the most exciting time of the years for me. I love a new kit. So today we're going to rank all 32 new kits. That's right, 32, because Inter Miami and San Diego both have two new kits. San Diego is pretty self-explanatory. It's their first new season. Inter Miami, well, you tell me. Messy. But anyway, we're going to get into all the kits this season. We're going to get into all 32 kits from worst right down to the best. And I'm pretty sure there'll be a few surprises in there for you guys, because I know there's a lot of hype around certain kits, not so much around some others, including our own. Spoiler alert, it's pretty low on the list. But anyway, let's get into the video. Let's get into all 32 kits. I'm so excited to rank them. I've took my time over this because it's been a pretty tough year, especially in the top 10. That was the hard part. That was really hard this year. So yeah, let's get into the video and see what you guys think. If you have different opinions, which I'm sure you will, leave a comment and let me know what your favorite was and what your worst was and where we agree on. So let's jump straight in. Number 32, the worst kit of the MLS season, has to go to San Diego. The away kit, the white kit. Unfortunately for them, in their inaugural season, they're not going to look pretty cool running onto the pitch. It's a pretty plain shirt. There's nothing really much to say about it. The only thing I did like was that the badge is kind of like fits in with the rest of the kit. It's white. It has like a subtle sort of BB blue, mint blue kind of inslet with the. This is another thing you'll see a theme with in this video, is the adidas templates this year. I'm not a massive fan of, especially if you're someone like me who has a little bit of a belly. Those sort of curved lines that come up here around the belly area aren't very flattering if you have a bit of weight like me. But yeah, there's nothing else to say about this kit. It's a pretty boring kit. You're not expecting much for the inaugural season, but maybe a little bit more than that. Put in a bit more effort. So yeah, number 32, San Diego away. Nothing much to say about this one. Meh. Number 31, and this is going to come as a surprise to quite a lot of people that it's this low on the list. So get ready to shout down your phones or your TVs, your monitors, whatever you're watching on, because number 31 is LAFC away. And I know I can hear the screams from LA all the way to Belfast. How dare you, what are you talking about? It's got gold. But it's tacky. I don't like it. It's white, it's gold, it's tacky. There's not much going on. It's a white shirt, has some gold on it. Who cares? I don't care for gold. It's not for me. It's tacky. The collar's pretty cool. I like the collar. I'll give you that. If there's anything I can give you, it's the collar. It makes it look slightly more classy, but ooh, not for me. I don't like the gold. It's the gold. It's hard to do gold right. The black and the gold looks really nice for LA, but the white and the gold is just not for me. So number 31 LA, I'm really sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Coming in at number 30, it's another San Diego top. It's the home kit this time. A bit boring, nothing much going on. I always want more from an inaugural shirt. I know that they usually don't. It's usually plain and boring, just the typical, whatever the template is that year, that's usually what they go for. But you want a little bit more from an inaugural top, because it's something that people will remember, because it's the first kit that they wore in the MLS and things like that. The saving grace for this one, the reason it wasn't lower than LAFC, is because of the sort of coloured inslets. I like that the badge has the little sort of rainbow colours around it as well. That makes it pop off just a little bit more. But for me, not much else. It really hasn't got anything else going on for it. And like I say, it's your inaugural kit. You want something exciting, something that pops. Again, yeah, the rainbow colours are cool, and that's about it. Nothing else going on. It's just a plain adidas template with that little bit of colour. What can I say? Okay, number 29 is FC Dallas. This is another plain shirt. It's not quite white. It's like a really slight blue to it, which is hard to tell for me. From a distance, it just looks white, but as you get closer, you can tell there's like a blue tinge to it. It's got the red badge, which is pretty cool. I like that. The red does make this kit look a little bit nicer. And like I said, I do like that the badge is red. They've changed that up a little bit, and that is sort of the saving grace for this one, because if it didn't have that, I think it could have been bottom. Maybe one off bottom, but yeah, this is a plain Adidas template top. It's just the same as all the rest, that same template. I don't know why I keep doing this when I talk about template. It's because of those silly, and it's got me doing weird things with my hand. But yeah, this is a boring top. It's not that great. If I was a Dallas fan, I would be really disappointed, and I don't think I could spend the money on this. No, I think I'd just leave it this year and wait until the home kit comes out next year and see what happens then. Hopefully you get a better kit, but this one's pretty boring and really disappointing. You want more from Dallas. They could do more. So do more. Be better, Adidas. Come on. Number 28. And it saddens me to say this, but it's Nashville. It's not a great kit. It's again another plain Nashville kit. Nothing exciting happening. It's so disappointing. I just feel like we could do so much more with Nashville. It's Music City, the art in Nashville. There's just so much we could do. It's called the Heart of Nashville kit. They do have a nice little touch on the back of the neck, which is the little heart symbol that says Nashville with the sort of music notes coming out the side. And it looks really cool. I like that. But that's it. Nothing else going on with this shirt. It's the navy, the gold or yellow. And that's the only reason that I've ranked this higher than the others that have come before, because I do like the colors. I've always liked those colors. I just think you could do a lot more with it. It's a plain shirt, nothing much going on. The nicest part of it is literally the little heart in the back. I just want more from Nashville. The Johnny Cash kit was absolutely amazing. That's what we want from a Nashville kit, something that ties back to the city and what it's known for, the country music. There's the art side of things. The Johnny Cash kit captured a lot of what Nashville is, and I love that. I love that they did something a little bit different. Although the shirt itself was pretty plain, it was pretty standard, it was sleek, and it was unique and different in the sense that it had Johnny Cash on it. I mean, who else can say that they've got Johnny Cash on their kits? That was really cool. The Man in Black kit is probably my favorite Nashville kit to date. I'm actually pretty high. I like the home kit this year. I think it's okay. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's nice. A little bit plain. It's definitely not my favorite kit in the whole world, but I can wear it with pride and enjoy it for what it is. But this kit is just lazy. Like a lot of the kits this year, in the lower half, just lazy. The Dallas kit before, just lazy. Adidas, you do the same thing every year. You know, you have half the league with boring kits and the other half with some unique kits. And I mean, sometimes plain is great. And I'm sorry I'm taking a little bit longer on this one. It's because it's Nashville, and I'm obviously disappointed that we have such a boring kit again. But I feel like Adidas has so much time to think of something unique and different for each team. And they've let us down again this year. So yeah, Adidas, be better, because I know you can be. You've made some of the best kits in the history of football. As a Liverpool fan as well, I can tell you you've had some of the best kits ever. So come on, put a bit more effort into these clubs like Nashville, and you've come up with a boring kit like this. It is what it is. It's not the worst kit. It's not the best. I'll probably buy it, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm a Nashville fan, of course I'm going to buy it, but I'd wish for something a little bit better. Anyway, moving on to the next one. So coming in at number 27 is St. Louis City, and it is the Forever City Red kit, something like that. And the reason this is slightly higher, again, it's another plain. I like the collar, it's a bit more classy. I quite like the red, it's a nice red. And the reason this is slightly higher is because it has 5 diagonal stripes on it, so a bit of detail, something going on finally. And that's basically to represent the 5 St. Louis natives from the 1950 US World Cup team who beat England 1-0, and it is still to this day one of the greatest World Cup upsets. So that's pretty cool. It has a bit of history about it. The red is nice, the collar is nice. This is probably the first kit that I've seen that had something about it that made me go, oh yeah, you know, I like it. I can deal with it. Bit boring, but at least they've put a bit of effort in there with the five stripes and a bit of history to call back on. That's pretty cool. So that's why it's higher than the other ones. But again, kind of plain, not too much going on, but it is what it is. It's a nice enough kit. Let's move on. All right, number 26 is the Colorado Rapids, and this is the Headwater kit. I think I said that right. It's different, so that's why it's higher than the rest. It's the first one that's actually different, but I don't think different is always good. This one, for me, from a distance especially, just looks like a really dirty top. Once you get closer, you can actually see that it is meant to be like rapid water, like fast running water, which is cool because it's called back to the Rapids name. And if you look really close, you can actually see that it says Colorado Rapids in it. And I'm pretty sure it has like the badge underneath that too. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it's cool that it's different and they've tried something. It hasn't really worked out as well as they probably wanted it to, but I'll give it points for effort. I like that the badge is like the state flag, that's nice. But yeah, it just looks like a dirty top. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like I've seen a few comments that say, yeah, this just looks dirty. It looks like someone's just like thrown, I don't know, some blue paint at it and left it for too long and it's smeared and stayed and stained. Bit of a strange one. But hey, they tried something different, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time not so much, but maybe next time. Thanks for trying, adidas. It's the first time you've tried in this list, so yeah, kudos for trying. Coming in at number 25 is the Montreal Impact, as I still call them, even though they're called CF Montreal now. I just can't deal with that. No, it's the Impact, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about their kit. And this is where you're going to see a bit of a theme for the next few kits because I'm not a fan of stripes. And this is a striped shirt. It's black and it's blue. And it's striped. And that's kind of it. It's called the original kit. It is very Montreal. And if you're a Montreal fan, you're probably going to like this one. It's clean. It has the blue and the black stripes. It's called the original kit for a reason. This is typical Montreal and it's what you expect from a Montreal shirt. So I suppose if you're a Montreal fan, it might be higher up the list for you. But for me personally, I've never really been a fan of stripes. So that's why it comes in so low. Sorry, Montreal fans. It's just how it goes. Next up at number 24, we have Atlanta United. And again, it's the same problem as the previous shirt. Striped. Never been a fan of stripes. This is basically the red and black version of Montreal's kit. It's kind of the same thing. It has a slight bit of gold everywhere. And you know my relationship with gold in kits. Sorry LA, but the Atlanta kit is not that special. I've never been a fan of the Atlanta kits. They don't do it for me. The red and the black, just no. It's not for me. And I don't like Atlanta. So there you go. Maybe I should have put it lower than Montreal. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. Moving on. At number 23, we have the Euphoria kit by Inter Miami. I get a little confused because it seems that one person is the whole club now. I don't know, maybe it's just me. What a player Messi is, but oh my goodness, am I sick of looking at his face. This kit has a bit of an Argentinian twist to it. It looks a bit like an Argentinian sort of striped shirt underneath the pink, almost colored pink Argentina. But it doesn't do it for me. Again, I don't like the stripes. It's not the worst kit I've ever seen. It's just a little bit boring, but a little bit lackluster. And I think that they didn't really have to go all out this year because they've got Messi playing and those shirts are going to sell no matter what. So it is what it is. It's a plain pink shirt with different sort of shades of pink, striped, and that's really it. Not much else going on. Yeah. Messi Miami. At number 22, it's Austin FC with the Heartbeat kit. It's pretty similar to the Inter Miami's home kit, only green and black instead of just pink. It's a little bit nicer. I like the green. The green's nice. It really pops off. It works. I like the green and the black have always went really well together. I just actually wish there was a bit more black in this. And although I'm not a big fan of stripes, I think if they were black and green stripes, it would look a lot nicer than just the faded different shades of green. But it's not that bad. It's okay. It's better than Messy Miami. It's okay. Coming in at 21, we have Inter Miami again, and there's nothing really much to say about this. It's nicer than the home kit. It's black and grey, sort of half and half. The pink looks really nice popping off the black and the grey, and that's it. I have nothing else to say about this kit. It's a bit better than the home shirt, but it's also a little bit bleh. But Messi wears it, so I'm sure loads of people will buy it anyway. Woohoo! Well done, adidas! At number 20, we finally hit the top 20. We have Toronto FC, and I like this kit. It's not bad. This is where the list actually started to get hard. The ones that came before this were pretty easy to list, but this is where things did start to get a little bit hard for me. Toronto, it feels like Toronto. It looks like Toronto. And it's the first out of the bunch that has a little bit of a design that I quite like. The sort of dark red fading up into the lighter red. Yeah, it's just a very Toronto shirt. They've done well in capturing what a Toronto shirt should really look like. So yeah, well done. Not a bad kit. If you're a Toronto fan, you're probably going to love this because it does have its own unique design compared to some of the other kits, although not the most exciting. It is different, it stands out from the rest a little bit. And yeah, what else can I say? It's Toronto. And at number 19, we have the last of the Canadian shirts, which is Vancouver Whitecaps. And again, this is very Vancouver. They have the, I don't know what they call that, but the like hoop that goes across the torso. And I like that that kind of extends onto the sleeves. I think that's nice. I haven't seen that done before. Maybe they have, but I don't remember it. And I think it looks pretty cool. It's only ruined again by that Adidas template with those weird lines that come up and kind of connect to this middle part. If they weren't there, I think this would be a nicer kit. They just annoy me. But I do like that, and I like that the Adidas badge is that sort of lighter blue, and I think it looks really nice because they could have kept it dark and it would have all matched, but I actually like that they've went for a lighter blue on the Adidas badge. I think that is a nice real touch. It's a nice kit. It's clean. The most overused word for a kit ever, clean, but it's nice. It's Vancouver. It's what they want from a kit, and you can't really go wrong with a Vancouver kit, really. You have to do something catastrophically like weird to go wrong with a Vancouver top, and they've kept it simple this year, and I like it. It's not bad. Next up at 18, we've got Sporting Kansas City with the 1KC shirt. Let me just check the name. It's 1KC, I was right. It's the 1KC shirt, and it's okay. It's nice enough. I've never been a fan. I don't like stripes, and I'm not a big fan of hoops. But what I do like this time round is that they've made the hoops up of like the state line, and that's unique and different. And I like that they've done something different with the hoops. It is hard when you have a shirt that is striped or hooped to come up with a unique design for them. We've seen different ones over the years, some work, some don't. I like this one. I think it's different enough to where I can say that this is a good shirt. It's not the best of the bunch, nowhere near, but it is nice enough and it's unique enough that for the next 2 years, I think they'll enjoy wearing it. And like I say, yeah, I like that touch. It's nice that they've used something from the city to make and put it into the kit. I like when they do draw in from the city and from the fans and things like that, just to give it a special touch. So that's why it's a little bit higher up the list. It's not a bad kit, it's not a great kit, but it is unique, and I like unique. Number 17 is the Chicago Fire, and this is the municipal kit. And this is oddly enough, a pretty cool kit from Chicago. They don't do different, not the right kind of different anyway. They maybe changed their badge up and get people annoyed, but this is the right kind of different. They've done something that really draws into the spirit of what Chicago is, and it has the municipal design, that the sort of Y shape in the kit. It's a little bit subtle until you get really close, and then you can see it a bit better, which is something to do with the north, the south, and the main river. Something to do with the river connecting anyway. I don't know, I'm not from Chicago, but it's cool. If you're from Chicago, you probably like it. And you like that they've put that in there and drawn from the city. Yeah, I like it. The colours are nice, and I like that it's unique and different, and no other club can really pull that off because it wouldn't make sense, but it does for Chicago, and I like that. It's different, it's cool. Well done, adidas. This is something that I can rock with. Yeah, well done, Chicago. All right, number 16, and it's the Houston Dynamo, and this is a really nice kit. I like the orange. I love the orange of Houston. I think it stands out. They never do enough with it. I think that they're just hoping that the bright color will do it all the speaking for it. But this is a little bit more unique. It's the season 20 kit, or the year 20 kit, and there's a couple of callbacks to previous years from way back in the day. The sort of blue in there and the little design that it has in the kit calls back to previous kits from their earlier years in MLS, and I like that. It's a nice touch. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the design. There was a kit that I always remember. I can't remember what year it was, but there is a kit that Houston Dynamo used to wear, and it had like these sort of stripes on the shoulder, and they were like blue, and it was a really different kit. And I kind of wish they'd have done something with that. I thought it was a pretty cool kit, and for the 20th season, I thought maybe instead of just that little design and the blue color coming back, maybe throw that wee design back in there just for old time's sake. But it's a nice kit. The orange looks great. I really love the orange, and the blue really works with the orange. So this is a cool kit, and yeah, definitely one of the harder choices to put in there, because I could have put this one a little bit higher because I love the orange and the blue so much, but I think I've put it in a pretty fair place. It's not the worst, it's not the best. I think it's sort of mid-range, and it's a pretty nice top. It'll probably sell well in Houston. I hope it sells well in Houston. They deserve it. Okay, number 15. It's FC Cincy, and this is the orange and blue kit. What an original name. It's okay, it's nice, but the thing about this kit, it's such a strange. This would be a lot better, I think, if the orange, instead of having an orange sash, it was like a hoop that went round and sort of even things out a little bit better. I think if the sponsor was able to sit on that orange bar, it would look a lot nicer. But because it's a sash and it's diagonal, it just makes the sponsor look weird and like off-centered or something, and that throws me every time I see it. The colors are nice. I like the colors really quite a bit. The sort of darker blue, the orange, and then the lighter blue. But like I say, that diagonal design that they went for just kind of throws me off. It all comes down to like the positioning of things on the kit, and it just looks a little bit off to me. So that's kind of why I haven't put it a bit higher, because with those colors you can do a lot, and I like the colors in this kit, but it just looks a little bit off balance or something, and that's the reason I've put it where I have. But I think I've given it a fair score. The colors do a lot of favors, I think. With different colors this could have been really bad, but I think because of the orange popping off the blue, it looks a lot better, so I can kind of give it a pass. But yeah, a little bit wonky looking, just like FC Cincy. Terrible team. Number 14, and it's NYCFC with the Excelsior kit, and that's the only way you can say that, by the way. Excelsior. Excelsior is not a word that you can say just normal. You sound like a crazy man. Yeah, I'm just wearing the Excelsior kit. No, it has to be the Excelsior kit. It's the only way it can be said, and that kind of give it a bit more points, because that's fun and I like that. But this is sort of taking inspiration from the I don't know, what a weird way to start that that kit review, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, so this takes inspiration from the skyscrapers of New York, and I can kind of see where they're coming from. Um, the sort of the glass buildings and the color of the shirt, it kind of does look like glass reflection, that sort of thing. My biggest gripe with this kit, and the reason I didn't give it a higher score, was because I love the orange in the New York City kits. I think the orange looks really, really cool, and I love when they do more with the orange. This is the only time I'll speak about positively about those weird shaped inslet things on the new Adidas template. But if they were orange, I think this kit might have been a little bit better. Some might say that's too much, but I think that would have been cool if they put orange in those inslets down on the torso bit. They have a little bit on the collar, and it's nice. But yeah, a little bit more orange, and this could have been a real top tier kit. But I do like it. It is a nice kit. So yeah, Excelsior! So at number 13, we have the Convergence kit from Minnesota United, and this is the Mississippi and the Minnesota River meeting, and it's actually pretty cool. You can kind of see the wave in the middle and the two colors, the two blues on each side, and I think it's nice. This one you can actually tell is water, unlike the Colorado Rapids kit, which just looks like dirt from a distance. This one you can tell is water meeting with the waves in the middle, and I quite like this. I think it's different for Minnesota. They've went with a sort of a galaxy kind of vibe for the last one. We had the Northern Lights, and then like a galaxy. I love that like nature is a big part of what their kits are. Like every kit has been like had something to do with nature in some way for the past like 3-4 years maybe, and that's pretty cool. I like that. But this is actually, and this is going to be controversial, but I actually might like this more than the Northern Lights kit, if that's even what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. I do like this more than probably what I even thought. When I first seen it, I didn't really know what to make of it, but the more I look at it, the more I like this one. This is a nice kit, yeah. So well done, Minnesota. This is a pretty cool one. All right, so number 12, and this is another controversial pick for me. Most people would have this probably in their top 10, but at number 12, it's the Fortress kit from Charlotte, and I just couldn't quite put it in the top 10. It's nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's 12 out of 32, so it's up there. Excuse me, but it's not quite doing it for me yet. I do like the design, which it pays tribute to the crown that the man of the match wears, which looks really, really cool. That's a really cool idea. This is a nice kit. I love the badge. That for me is my favorite part about this kit, is that they use the badge, the different badge, which I think is actually a lot nicer than the original badge. So that has given a way more points for me. And I think if they did use the original badge, it just wouldn't have the same oomph to it that this one does. I think it's gonna look great when they come out onto the field and play in this. It's a really nice kit. It's probably nicer in person than in pictures, but it's not quite in the top 10. We're getting close, but we're not quite there yet. And this to me just sort of misses out on that top tier, top 10 MLS kits of 2025. It was a very, very tough decision to not put it in there. And I know that's probably going to be a shock to most people, because it will be in the top 10 of most people, some people's top 5. But for me, there's something missing, and I don't quite know what it is. The badge is great. I do like the kit, and I love the design that they've put through it. But there's something missing, and I don't know what it is, but there's something. So for me, I just can't put it up in that top 10. It's number 12. Narrowly missing out. The number 12 and number 11 were close for me, so yeah, it's a lovely kit, and I'm sorry, Charlotte fans, but it doesn't quite make it into the top 10 for me. So at number 11, and this was another hard one not to put in the top 10, because I really love this kit. I don't want you to think that I'm putting this in a bad list. It's not at all. This is a really, really great kit. But it just misses the top 10, and this is the Soul kit from DC United. It's a really cool kit. It's different. The only reason it didn't just quite make it into that top 10 is because there's not enough going on in the middle range of this kit to give it that extra bit of spice. But I love that they've done something unique with those inslets. It's the colors are really cool. I love the vintage look to this. The vintage look to this is amazing, and it's like a callback to the funk and the old, yeah, the old funk scene in DC, and it's a really nice kit. And I'm the more I talk about it, the more I'm kind of annoyed it's not in that top 10. But you're going to see why it's not in the top 10. Still a few more surprises, by the way. There's ones in here, and now that we've got so far, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, why has he not put this kit on the list yet? It can't be in the top 10, but it is. Get ready for it. DC United, sorry, just missing out at number 11. Just before we move on to the top 10, I forgot to mention in the DC kit, the badge. I like the badge. It has the colours in it, and that's cool. So here we finally are in the top 10. These are the best kits in the MLS this year. These are the best. This was a hard bunch to pick from, and it was also hard with the last two not to put them in the top 10. This is definitely where the Adidas put all their effort into. In my eyes, this is where they wanted to really show off their creative skills. Unfortunately, the rest of the league had to suffer a bit for that, but these top 10 are really, really good. So coming in at number 10, we have Orlando City. This is a really cool kit. It's unique for Orlando. I think this one's going to be remembered for a while. It's a really, really lovely kit. I love the purple of Orlando. It's just a great color, and it looks so good as a football kit. The color can come off so well, and they've had some really nice kits down the years, and this to me is up there as one of their best. This is a beautiful kit, the perfect storm kit, which is a tribute or it pays homage to the weather of Orlando and the storms that have come its way. Yeah, this is just a really gorgeous kit. I can't praise them enough for what they've done here. It's just so nice. It's from a distance, when you look at the design that they've put on the front of the kit, it almost looks like it's waving and like blowing in the wind, which I think is really cool, which adds to that storm theme that they're going for. It's just a great kit. Yeah, top 10. It's a really lovely kit, and it's the first of the best of the best, the creme de la fresh of the MLS. Well done, Orlando. This is a great kit. All right, number 9, and this is New York Red Bull's Stone kit, which is apparently inspired by the grid system that started at Stone Street in Manhattan. I don't know, but according to the MLS website, that's what it says, and I'm going to roll with it. This is a really cool kit. It's different for the Red Bulls, and I really like it. My favorite part of this kit is that if you look close enough, in a couple of different parts of this kit, you can see the NY, and I love that. It's a really cool touch. It's a really original kit. It's different for the New York Red Bulls. It's unexpected, which is probably why it's higher than Orlando's. And yeah, this is just an awesome kit. It's really beautiful. I think it's going to look really good on the field. They're going to look. It's a weirdly classy shirt. I don't know why I'm using that word. I think, but it's classy. There's something different about it, and I really like it. It stands out amongst some of the rest. And between the two New York clubs, if it came down to their kits, New York would be winning. The Red Bulls would be winning hands down this year. Their kits are really, really nice. I like their other kit as well from last year, but this kit is just a little bit more special. Yeah, so number 9 for this kit. Mwah, beautiful. So at number 8, and this is the one that surprised me the most out of them all, probably. Although it's not my favorite, this one it's a cracker, and it's unexpected because it's San Jose with the headliner kit, and it's so cool. Again, unique design, different from the rest of the league with the like news articles and stuff all over the front of it. And it's about time San Jose had a real class kit, because it's been a long time since, oh god, it's been a very long time since they've had a really nice kit, in my opinion. They seem to get shafted every year on year out, year in year out. Sorry, with the kits, they're usually plain and boring, or they're copied from another shirt from somewhere around the world, and it's not unique. This is unique. This is different, and it's really cool. I really love this kit. I have a little bit of a soft spot for San Jose. I think they have a rich history in MLS, and yeah, they just don't get the love that they should. And this is the first time I've seen Adidas really go all out for them and give them a proper kit they can be proud of. Uh, yeah, this is just a really beautiful kit. I like the colors have always been nice. You know, it's very San Jose, but really different at the same time. Um, I haven't actually looked deep enough into the articles to see what I can see in there, but I'm sure there's a couple of little nods to the history of the club in there, which is really cool. Yeah, this San Jose deserve this. I don't know how they're going to play this year. They're a bit of an unknown for me that way, but at least they're going to look good in whatever they do, and that's a win for San Jose. And they can take any win that they can get at the moment, I think. Yeah, well done, San Jose. This is a really great kit. I think this is going to be a classic. I think they'll remember this for years. It's a really lovely kit. Number 7, it's the Philadelphia Union with the Voltage kit. And this, to me, is, if anyone remembers the kit from, well, it was released 4 years ago now, but it had all the little lightning bolts on it, and it was the blue and the yellow, same sort of colors as this. This is like that kit, but if it came to life and it actually was like real, that's what this kit is to me. It's really nice. It stands out. It's unique and different. I love the snake badge. I love when they do that. It's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just cool. It's lightning bolts, and the blue really goes well with that yellow, the electricity of it. Oh, it's just a really good kit. Philadelphia Union have actually done really well over the last 4 or 5 years with their kits, and their kits have been really nice. Even their home kits have been really nice. I don't know how they've done it, but they've done a great job. Adidas have give them a lot of love when it comes to the kits, and I can see this one selling really well. It's going to fly off the shelves. It's going to be another classic. It's one that's going to be remembered for years by the Philly fans, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it on the pitch. I'm looking forward to seeing people wearing it and enjoying it. It's a really cool kit. It's unique, and I'm sure for kit collectors around the world as well, they're going to want this kit because it is different, and it does stand out a little bit from the rest. So yeah, well done Philly. Another great kit, not including electricity. Yeah, it's a beauty. So at number 6, just missing out in the top 5. Some people are going to be annoyed about that. It's the Rising kit from LA Galaxy, the current MLS champs, and they're going to look good playing in this. They really are. And it's a kit deserving of champions. It's really pretty. It really is, and it just missed out in the top 5. This was another hard decision for me. It's a really lovely kit, but you'll see why soon. I couldn't put it in the top 5, but it was so close. I debated out over this one for a little while, and it just missed out. So yeah, it's basically inspired by the LA sunset, which if you've seen pictures of, it's bloody beautiful, just like this kit. And they've really captured that feeling. So if you can't afford to go to LA, why don't you bring LA to you, buy one of these shirts and just put it up on your wall when you feel down, and just look at the sunset, and you can be happy. Yeah, so this is like a cheap way to enjoy LA, really. It's a cheat code, really. It's a cheat code for life. Yeah, this is a gorgeous top. It really is. The colors just look so good together, and this is one of those shirts I can see a lot of people wearing, even where I'm from, where the MLS isn't the biggest thing in the world. I can see people buying this over here because it is so unique. And it's such a pretty shirt. I think this is going to be a really popular kit. Again, over this last maybe 5 or 6 kits. I've said a few times that this might be a classic for the club, and this is definitely for LA going to be a classic kit, especially if they continue the success that they had last season. If they can take that forward and win something in this kit, it is going to be hands down one of the most remembered kits ever in the MLS. So yeah, well done LA Galaxy, another beautiful kit. Okay, so number 5, the top 5 is finally here. And kicking us off in the top 5, we have Seattle Sounders with the Salish C kit, I think it's called. And this is a really unique kit. It's really different. I haven't seen anything like this in MLS for a while. It has like a knitted look, and it pays tribute to some of the tribes from the Seattle area, and I think that's a cool idea as well. The colors are really nice together. Yeah, this is a really different kit. I struggled with this one, putting it 5 seems low for this kit. That's how good the rest of these kits are for me. That this had to be just number 5. It's very tight at the top now, but this kit just it's special, and it's going to be a top seller around the league. Really, I think even if you're not a fan of Seattle, this is one that you're probably going to want to have in your collection, unless you're a Portland fan. But this is a really beautiful kit. It really, really is. I love that knitted look, and the shape, the design of it is just gorgeous. And I could definitely see myself wearing something like this. I'm a kit collector, so there's a few kits this year that I want in my collection. Even teams I don't like, unfortunately, but yeah, this one forces the hand. It's one of those kits that you want in your collection. It's really beautiful for the Seattle fans. I mean, they have a really great crowd there. They have a really great fan base, and I can see them. There's going to be a lot of these sold in that area. We're going to see a lot of them in the stadium, and rightly so. It's such a beautiful kit, and I love what it stands for. I think it's really, really cool. And we need to see a bit more of that around the league, I think, actually. Having really cool ideas like that and putting them into kit designs. This is just something a little bit special from Seattle. And they've had some good kits in the years past, but this is up there. So I have to give credit to adidas on this one. It's a really, really nice design, really unique and different, and I love it. And weirdly enough, it actually originally wasn't one of my favorites, and it grew on me so much. The more I looked at it, the more I just fell in love, and yeah, it had to be in the top 5. 5 does actually feel low for it, but the kits that are coming soon, it just nudged in front, and it's really hard. The top 5 is really, really hard, but yeah, it's there in the top 5 anyway, so it's a special kit. Number 4 then is the Portland Timbers, and this had to be in my top 5. They're so lucky with the colors that they use for their kits. It's so hard not to make a nice kit out of these colors. And again, they've got another beautiful kit in their hands. This one's, for me, probably the nicest kit that the Portland Timbers home kit that they've ever had. It's such a beautiful top, and as subtle as it is, there's also a lot going on. I love the sort of the tree rings that go around the kit. If you look on the inside of it, you can see the tree rings that come up to the badge, and that's just a lovely touch. Obviously, if you're a fan of the Timbers, you'll know exactly why that is. I mean, the name says it all, the Timbers. But this kit just looks so cool, and I just, as soon as I seen it, I fell in love, and it was right up there at the top of one of my favorite kits this season. It's gorgeous. It's classy. It's clean, and it's just enough of a design in there to make it its own thing and unique, and it's, oh my goodness, it's just such a nice kit without having to do too much. This thing speaks so loudly. It is beautiful, and absolutely one of my favorite kits, the Portland Timbers. It is the best kit that the Portland Timbers have ever made. It's just an absolute classic. Straight away, this one is going to go down in history as one of their best kits. It's also the 75th anniversary kit, so it really will go down in history. But what a perfect time to do it. 75 years, and they come up with this absolute banger of a kit. It is beautiful. It doesn't need to do too much. It does everything in its simplicity. It is beautiful. And I've said beautiful way too many times, but I have no other words for this kit. It's gorgeous. It really is. And it's just a shame that the kits that are just about to pop up are just that little bit nicer. Especially the next kit. These two were so close. This was almost higher on the list just by one, but it was almost, but it just didn't do enough to edge in above the next one, which we're about to talk about. The Portland Timbers, well done, I applaud you. What a beautiful kit. So at number 3, we really are at the business end of this video, and we really are at the best of all these kits. This kit is an absolute beauty. It's the New England Revolution kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has the pine tree design in it, which is in the state flag. It has a little pine tree on the back of the neck. Oh my goodness. The Gillette sponsor, everything just works so well in this kit, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is what, again, some kits have grown on me the more I look at it, but this kit didn't need to grow on me, baby. This one was just straight away. That's a classic. I love it, and that is right there at the top. And I knew it was probably in the top 3. This kit just works. It just works. It's such a beautiful kit. I like the green that they've used for the pine trees. It's really nice. There's something foresty about it, and there's just a lot of uniqueness to it. I just love this kit so much. They've done a great job this year with the top 10 kits. The last bunch of kits that we've talked about here, Adidas has done a really good job. I wish they'd have put this much effort into the rest of the league, because this could, when they want to, they can do a really good kit. Excuse me. This kit is definitely one of the best. It had to be in my top 3. It wasn't even a debate, really, whether this would be in the top 5. But the more and more I thought about it, it had to be in the top 3. The Portland Timbers came close. It really did come close. There was a bit of a debate between them two. But the more I looked at it, the more and more I fell in love. And I was like, no, baby, you have to go in the top 3. You're just too good. You're too cool for school. And everything works so much. The colours on the little inslets, the Gillette, the pine trees. Oh, chef kiss. Beautiful, beautiful kid. Okay, so number 2. And if you've been following along, you'll know who's left. And this is a bit of a drum roll moment, because once I say this next one, you'll know who number 1 is. And you're probably already wondering how these two came number 1. This kit that I'm about to talk about almost was number 1, but I just couldn't do it. I was going to put it as number 1 because it was totally unique, and I've never seen this done before. But number 1 edged it because, well, I'll tell you why when we get to it. But at number 2, it's the Goosebumps kit by Columbus Crew, and this is a class kit. I don't want to like this kit, but I love it. I love that it's a Goosebumps kit that's so random and different and really cool at the same time. Apparently R.L. Stine is a native of Columbus. I didn't know that, but now I do. So you see, the more there, I mean, it's educational as well as beautiful. Some people might not like the design of it. I personally think it's really cool. It's different. The slime that actually glows under certain lights, that is awesome. I mean, who doesn't want a kit that glows? That's just really cool. Apparently the badge and the numbers do as well. I don't know. I don't care. It glows. It's really, really cool. It's a Goosebumps kit, people. Goosebumps kit. That is unbelievable. I did not see that coming, especially from Columbus Crew. But hey, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Columbus Crew are a team that I don't have much love for. I don't really know too much about them, because I don't really follow them that much. But I'm certainly going to follow them this year because they were a Goosebumps kit, a Goosebumps football soccer kit. No, I just didn't see that one coming. It's really cool, and I do like the design. I actually quite like the slime that's scattered about on it. Some people might not be into that sort of thing and might think it looks a bit meh, disgusting, but I like it. I think it's cool, and it's my number two. It means that at number one we have RSL with the Grid City kit, and this thing is a work of art, people. It is beautiful. I've never seen that kit design in the MLS before. Oh, I mean, I did not see this coming for RSL. RSL's home kit from last year is actually really nice. Wasn't my favourite, but it's a really nice kit. I thought that this year they were probably going to get a plain white kit, something really boring and mundane. I did not see this coming. This is an absolute beauty of a kit. The There's the grids on it, the squares, the design in the squares, the red adidas stripes. Oh, everything about this kit is just absolute magic. Oh, it didn't take me long to pick this as my number one. At first glance, with all the kits, some grow on you, some actually go the opposite way. I envy RSL for having a kit like this. I wish, as a Nashville fan, that we had something really unique and different like this. Unfortunately, we get a plain Adidas template shirt with our colours on it, and that's it. So disappointing. But you can't be disappointed if you're an RSL fan this year, because you have the best kit in the MLS, in my opinion. And everyone's going to have different opinions. That's why I love doing these things, because some people will comment and give me their opinions. And it's always nice to see what how people's tastes differentiate from mine. But this kit is a clear winner for me. The Goosebumps kit almost got number one just simply because it was so different and unexpected. But just on looks alone and creativity, this has to be number one. It has to be. It's just an absolute gem of a kit. It's different for RSL. I mean, this kind of came out of nowhere. No one's seen this coming. No one expected this from RSL, and I'm so glad that they've done it, because it's one of the nicest kits of the season from around the world. Personally think. Sometimes you see a kit and you just know straight away that that's going to be up there in those lists that people make every year of the best kits of the year from around the world, and I think this will be in a lot of people's list already. Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. The more I look at this, the more I love it as well. Um, I don't know how it can grow on me anymore, but it seems to keep growing on me, and every time I look at it, I kind of just want it. It's really great. The only problem I've had with this kit is they wear red shorts with it. Kind of strange, but we're talking about the top at the moment. That's all I'm talking about. I maybe should have said that at the start of the video. I'm only talking about the top, because if we were talking about the full kit, then actually Nashville would be a little bit higher if they put on yellow shorts. Changed it from the navy, but they didn't. So the shorts don't count for this RSL kit. Just think about the top on its own. It is the best MLS kit of the season, and I can't wait to see them wear it. I really love this kit. Top 10 for me is a great bunch. Top 5 was really hard to pick, but out of all the kits in this list, I have to say probably number 1 and number 32 were the easiest to pick, really. And you look at the difference. You look at the difference between RSL's kit at number 1, and you go right down to 32 with, bear with me, I've got my list. Who did I pick at number 3? San Diego. Number 32, San Diego, plain white with a little bit of blue. Boring. And then right at the other end, at number 1, you've got RSL with just one of the best kits of the year around the world. An absolute beauty. The difference in design from Adidas in the same league is just incredible. If they put as much love into all the kits as they did with the top 10, well, top 12 really, then the MLS would be probably the best league for kit design. Oh my goodness. And it could have been so much more. And when you've got teams like Nashville and they just give plain, boring template kits, you have to ask why. Why do they do that? I mean, they could make so much more doing all these really cool designs, like the top 12. And below that, so yeah, I don't know. But this kit was just definitely the best. RSL have the best kit. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of people's wish lists. So, well done RSL, you've come out number 1. And that's it. We're finished. We've gone through all 32 kits. Listen guys, thanks for watching the video. If you've watched right through to the end, I thank you so much for listening to me ramble for probably far too long. I really hope that you enjoy the upcoming season. I can't wait personally. I'm really excited to see how all the teams do. Obviously Nashville, I'm excited to see where things go for the club this year. It's like a whole new team almost. So yeah, it's really exciting stuff. But anyway, that's my review of the kits. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment and tell me what your favorite kits are this season and what your least favorite kits are this season. Also tell me how you think your club's going to do this year as well. It's always exciting to see you guys' predictions. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. So until the next time, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Peace out. Mwah!